Archaeology proves the Bible, and evidence demands a verdict. In this video, I'm going to show you via archaeology that the Bible can be trusted. If you've not subscribed yet to our channel, then click on the subscribe button, on the bell, and on all. You receive the notifications every time we upload a new video. These videos inspire and equip Christians for Jesus' soon return. In this video, I'm going to look at archaeology, and I'm going to show you that from archaeology, we can actually trust the Bible, as the evidence actually shows us that the Bible can be trusted, and that the stories that are mentioned in the Bible that people thought could not be real because there are no other evidence outside of the Bible has now been proven through archaeology. The first evidence we're going to look at are the Dead Sea Scrolls. They were found in Qumran by a guy by the name of Muhammad in 1947. The Dead Sea Scrolls are a fascinating find because the young boy threw a rock into a cave and heard pottery break. And as they went in, he went and fetched someone to help him. And as they went in, they found these scrolls. And one of these scrolls were the Isaiah scroll. It's the book of Isaiah written on a scroll, absolutely amazing. And it's 20 meters long. They took the scroll of Isaiah and compared it with the book of Isaiah in the Bible. And listen to what Sir Frederick Kenyon from the British School of Archaeology has to report about this. Evidence Demand a Verdict, page 58. In one chapter of 166 words, there's only one word, 3 letters in question after 1,000 years of transmission. And this word does not significantly change the meaning of the message. It goes on to say, the Christian can take the whole Bible in his hand and say without fear or hesitation that he holds in his hand the true Word of God, handed down without essential loss from generation to generation throughout the centuries. Another piece of evidence actually comes from the hieroglyphics. People could not decipher the hieroglyphics. It was actually a hidden language for about 1,500 years, until Napoleon and his scientists found the Rosetta Stone in Egypt. Napoleon did an expedition to Egypt and then eventually took over India, which were under the British. Then in 1798, Napoleon led his military expedition into Egypt with 38,000 soldiers. Napoleon took 100 artists, language experts, and scientists to help him better understand the history of that intriguing land. And then they found the Rosetta Stone. It is a broken part of a bigger stone slab. It has a message carved into it, written in 3 types of writing. That is hieroglyphics, Demotic Egyptian, and Greek. They could not decipher the hieroglyphics. A man by the name of Dr. Thomas Young, he really tried to do this, to decipher the hieroglyphics. But then a young man by the name of Jean-François Champollion, he could speak up to 12 languages. He deciphered the Egyptian hieroglyphics. And finally, we can decipher the hieroglyphics found in Egypt. And this confirms so many of the Bible stories now that the hieroglyphics could be deciphered. Then recent discoveries at Tel Marduk have electrified the world of archaeology. The city was called Ebla in Syria and was once a rich and sophisticated society of almost 300,000 people. In a scribal school adjoining the city's palace, 14,000 inscribed clay tablets and fragments were found, dating back to at least 2,300 years BC. Some historians had questioned whether Hebrews could have developed the art of writing by the time of Moses. Until the 19th century, no historical evidence existed to verify this. However, the Ebla tablets and other finds date back far beyond the lifetime of Moses. In fact, archaeologists have discovered whole libraries that date back centuries before Moses. And on these Ebla tablets, you will find references to the creation story, to the flood story. Names are also mentioned of Esau, Abraham, Israel, Sinai, and even Jerusalem. But the real surprise is the mention of 2 sin cities, Sodom and Gomorrah. Before the discovery of these tablets, no historical reference to these cities had been known except in the Bible. Therefore, they were considered to be just mythical places that doesn't exist. Once again, archaeology has proven that the Bible can be trusted. That's why Psalm 119, 160 says, "Thy word is true from the beginning." Another amazing find is the cylinder of Nabonidus. Historians would say there's no mention of Belshazzar, the last king of Babylon mentioned in Daniel chapter 5, other than in the Bible. So how can we be confirmed that this is an historical figure? Well, his father, Nabonidus, the son of Nebuchadnezzar, went away for 10 years. And his son took over his kingdom, Belshazzar. How do we know this? Well, the cylinder of Nabonidus confirms this. It says, God speaks to modern man, "And as to Belshazzar, the exalted son, the offspring of my body, do thou place the adoration of the great deity in his heart. May he not give way to sin. May he be satisfied with life's abundance, and may reverence for great divinity dwell in the heart of Belshazzar, my firstborn favorite son." So the Ebla tablets, the Rosetta Stone, the cylinder of Nabonidus. You can look at the Cyrus cylinder that confirms the writings of the Bible, how he conquered Babylon. All of these archaeological finds clearly prove that the stories that people had doubts about were true and are real, and the Bible is actually one of the best historical books in all of history. Do you guys know how many archaeologists that are non-Christian actually use the Bible to go and find archaeological sites in the Middle East? It is absolutely amazing. And I haven't even mentioned finds like the Tel Dan inscription that mentions the house of David, or the Ketef Hinnom scrolls that points to Numbers chapter 6, or the Moabite stone that points to 2 Kings chapter 3, or the Lachish letters, or the Epic of Gilgamesh, or Hezekiah's tunnel, or the crucified man of Givat Hamvitar, or the Ugaritic texts. All of these finds and many more prove that we can trust the Bible. You can put your trust in this book. The Bible can be trusted. Archaeology proves this. If you've learned something new, leave a comment below, like, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, share it with your friends. Jesus is coming. We need to put our absolute trust in the Word of God. Until next time.